What's up, guys? Welcome to the podcast. This was such a fun episode.
Banger.
Dude, a lot of good stories. Brings me back. Makes me want to watch American Pie.
It's a good movie.
Yeah. I
remember the first time I saw it.
Yeah, dude. Oh, dude.
That is a big first time.
Big first time. And, dude, wow, what's her name?
Shannon Elizabeth.
Shannon Elizabeth. That was like my first movie boobies.
She's very hot.
Yeah, it's awesome. Dude, we're going on the road this weekend. And early next week, we got Atlanta. First, we got Jersey City this Friday, the 24th. Atlantic City after that. Very stoked. Gonna get some gabagool. Lots of Italian food. We're coming to Jersey. And then after that, we're gonna be in Seattle on the 27th. 2 shows. And then freaking Helium Comedy Club, Portland. 2 shows there as well.
It's gonna be awesome. We're going coast to coast.
Coast to coast.
Let's do it.
It's gonna be sick. So guys, get your tickets at chatjt.com. So stoked for those. Also, we have a new sponsor I'm super stoked on. Chubbies.
Oh, dude, they sent the clothes. They're awesome.
They're awesome, dude. And Chubbies, I'm so stoked on them because they have like their sport shorts.
My girlfriend's rocking the shirt. She took it from me right when she saw it. She's like, "That's mine." I was like, "It is yours, babe."
Yeah.
She looks like Magnum PI in a hot way.
Yeah, they're athletic shorts. I use them for yoga, hot yokes, and just working out because they have great like leggings on the inside.
Nice.
And then the shorts just look cool. They have cool designs. Chubbies, you see, the ultimate training shorts. I use those all the time. Guys, get your Chubbies. And they have 6 shirts, like cool designs. Fires me up, especially for the summer. I mean, sky's out, thighs out. Summer's right around the corner. Fashion is an expression of one's character, so why not let the world know you're down for a good time, whether you're getting dressed for your workday or workout or a weekend getaway. Chubbies has you covered for limited time. Chubbies is giving our listeners 20% off your order with our code GODEEP at chubbiesshorts.com. That's code GODEEP at chubbiesshorts.com. Support our show and tell them we sent you. Don't blend in with the crowd. Stand out with Chubbies. Love Chubbies. Thank you guys for sponsoring the podcast. Let's start this thing off.
What's with deep? Going deep. Chad and JT.
This one is monumental because the chat's going to pick the winner.
Yeah, I think we should still call Aaron. And it'd almost be like when college football was in that weird schizophrenic period where they had the AP poll and the coaches poll that would determine who went to the Natty.
Oh, yeah. Was that early 2000s? Or was that for a long stretch?
Yeah, and actually it was the BCS poll and then a combination of the AP and coaches poll.
So who picks the winner then?
We don't really know.
So what? I don't understand the analogy.
Okay, so
they had 2 polls?
They had 2 polls, and that would determine who went to the national championship. Actually, back in the day in college football, the national champion was picked by the media and by the coaches poll.
Whoa.
They didn't have a national championship game.
Dumb.
Oh, really?
Dumb.
So we're in that stage.
So they had 2 polls, and then they were like kind of like, well, they said this is it, and they said this.
That
is
would
it.
happen
Yeah.
sometimes.
So, or like you'd even have people who are like, well, we are national champ. We should share it. And the
Right.
other people are like, no, we want it outright. Like, no, we're sharing it. And then, I don't know.
Just like, okay.
I think you just kind of wait and just see who what
That's why
history decides.
That's why they've now created a playoff, because that kind of settles it.
Okay.
There's an ultimate game with an ultimate victor.
When did this happen?
Probably like 6 years ago, they came up with the playoff.
Oh, wow.
Whoa.
So for about a century and a half, it was just, hey, man, it's kind of your opinion.
So for like most of my life, there were no playoffs.
That's correct.
Playoffs are important. My dank-ass wife you're a Premier League guy. Are you an Arsenal guy?
Yeah.
Sorry, because Manchester brought it home. But you knew that for weeks, which like Premier Leagues is so fun. But then like with like certain seasons with like 5 weeks to go, it's like mathematically that's the champ. Okay,
Yeah, it
cool,
rarily
great.
comes down to the last day.
Yeah, kind of lame.
And
There's a lot of
Arsenal
different things
bungled
to
it?
win. No, they won. They bungled it like 2 months ago. Like both teams were just on fire, and they just got. Actually, one of their former coaches coached a team that kind of fucked them up this year, and those 2 games that they played against them was kind of the difference.
How crazy was it that this non-Bayern team won the German league? and went
It's
undefeated
crazy.
the whole way. And then I've never heard
What
of
team?
them.
Dortmund? It's only
No,
Leverkusen.
it was the one I never even heard of.
But they have a hot coach who used to be a player.
Xabi Alonso.
Let's
So
go.
that's-
Let's goodness.
that's what they got
He
going
was coached
for
by Ancelotti and Guardiardio
Yeah.
and Mourinho.
Yeah,
He played the pitch at Real. He knows the game.
He played in 3 of the 4 big leagues. He's
go.
played for several Hall of Fame coaches and was also like,
Close to a Hall of Fame player.
yeah, and he was really good.
I'm going to say this right now, Chris.
And he would drop dimes.
With your great flow right now, which when I saw you, I'm like, that looks good, but you brought donuts, so it overpowered my energy. Thank you for bringing donuts. You have a sexy coach look right now. You have
thank
a
you.
very sexy soccer
There's
coach.
no higher compliment than saying someone looks like a European soccer coach.
Yeah.
Because it's masculine but debonair.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
And I like some of them still get suited up, but other ones go with the tracksuit look that's now across sports.
I like the suit.
The suit's nice.
I like the suit.
I like it when it's a turtleneck and then it's a sport coat on top.
That's always nice, like an assassin. Like I used to love when who's the Lombardi, like Lombardi with his big coat on the sideline. I think football coaches should go back.
Tom
to that.
Landry had great style. He wore like a top hat.
Yeah,
Yeah, it went like to the. It started going more sporty in the 90s where they just, or late 80s, 90s, where they were just wearing like the decal windbreaker. And now with Belichick, it's just gone too far.
the Belichick is the worst.
That's why it was nice earlier in Pep's career. He would look like a model. Like he would like have scarves
Very
and
handsome.
shit. It was like, but now he's just like straight,
Europeans
like
have
quarter
their bone
zip,
structure.
that kind of thing. Maybe a turtleneck.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would like to see pro basketball. I think it's fine. I don't mind it. Football, they got to do something. I'm not loving the outfits.
Mike
right
Nolan
now.
brought back the suit, but he stuck
I
to
don't think they need
coaching.
right. That's also tough.
Basketball, they should make the coaches wear a uniform like in baseball with no shirt. They should wear shorts. Did you see like?
They'd start working on their arms more for sure.
Chris, I think you could rock a chain. I think you should.
Oh,
Like a very simple like gold chain, like or
Yeah.
it's pretty wild to think about that. Do dudes that wear chains wake up in the morning and put that on every day, being like, "I'm gonna do this today,"
Yeah.
or do you just always leave it on?
I think they leave it on most times, but I have no idea. I've never been a chain guy. I was a puka shell guy for like when everybody else
That
was
summer?
in
Yeah.
middle school.
I think you could make chains cool.
I think you have
You don't agree?
you have the ability to pull it off, but I'm glad that you
I
won't
don't-
use
I don't
that
know
ability
if-
for that.
I don't know if I'm.
You don't want to be.
I
a
just
chain
don't know
guy.
if I'm a chain guy. I really don't.
Chain guys are bad guys.
Well, Dad wasn't.
But I'm
until
saying
his
he could
50s.
rebrand it.
Yeah,
He does have the power to
You
do
could
that.
be a
Jersey's
good chain
deep in
guy.
your DNA.
Chad, we kind of
Jersey
need
is
that
deep
in the
in
world.
there.
We need good chains.
But that's. I think I see it on. I think I see it on the Jersey dudes, and I'm like, I like those guys, but I don't know if I want to. I
sounds
think
like
I'd
you
feel like a
don't like those
I would feel like a poser, is what I'm saying.
Here's the thing: nice enough guys, but if you found out like your sister was dating one of those dudes, like you came over and it's like, hey, this is Derek, and he's wearing a fucking chain and a jersey, you'd be like,
Yeah.
this ain't lasting.
That's like the guy at our pizza shop on the corner, Dino. He's hitting on my mom a lot.
Whoa.
Yeah, Dino. He had a chain.
We knew a Dino,
So-
but he was gay.
Yeah, we know another one who's straight too.
I know.
Oh yeah.
Do you remember the Christian rock guy Dino that was big in Orange County, circa early 2000s?
I mean, no.
Already performed.
Did he
that.
play for Switchfoot?
Dude, the Aliso
Yeah,
movie
exactly.
theater,
Oh really?
like right outside on the grass.
No, yeah, they got that little amphitheater there.
Yeah.
That's kind
No,
of
I don't ever.
too big a word for what it was, but yeah.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It was like a park that had like a few like terraced steps that you
Remember
could
when
sit
that
on.
kid shoved me when we were on our way to Stadium Brewery to get some buffalo wings? Because Roger, they were smoking weed, and Roger was like, "Drug free is the way to be." And then he ran up and he's like, "What'd you say, bitch?" Just shoved me so hard. My neck did the whip.
You didn't even say it?
Nah, but
A lot of dudes hit you when
I
you're-
stood at the front though. I took it for Roger.
Beast, general. That's why you're the general.
Yeah, it was nice. I mean, like it was nice of you to do that for him. It wasn't even like he was like the guy's doing drugs. Like if you're gonna smoke it out in the open, don't be so self conscious about it. You know what I mean? Like if you
He
can't
wanted
take
someone to
if you
say
can't take a
something.
kid who's like 4 years younger than you making a comment, you know, like
Yep.
maybe you should just like I don't know. Go behind the movie theater.
Exactly,
You know?
exactly. Bro.
Like I don't
go
know.
to your car.
Did
Like, aren't you
you
supposed to-
drive here? Like
Yeah.
exactly. Go to your box your car, dude.
Exactly,
like a
dude.
man.
Exactly, bro.
That segues nicely too, because we're drafting today, guys.
Let's
and
go.
that was a first time I had gotten shoved for making fun of someone for doing drugs experience. But we've all had so many firsts in our lives.
Yeah.
And that's what this draft is about. We are drafting the best firsts. And I got to give a lot of credit to a Stoker. I'm sorry, I forget your name, dude, but you were the effing man please write in and we'll shout you out. He came up to us at the Tempe Improv show and was like, dude, you guys should draft best first. So this will be the best first time experiences of your life. And I don't know.
It's a tough one. I mean, I was writing down a ton and I was like, I don't know what the best is. I think I'll find out today, but I don't know. There is no like,
I know.
It's tough to decide what the best is.
Things that I
what's
love
tough
that I
about
don't remember the first time I did it. So then that doesn't like a lot of things when you're like really small.
Yeah.
But
you may
that's
not
why they're not the
remember.
best first.
And that's why they're not the best.
Right.
What did you find difficult about?
I think that where there's some things where it's like, I think it's the, well, it's subjective, right?
Very.
So your
Always.
first time boning may not have been a great experience for some, but it's also your first time boning. Objectively, is your first bone.
Well, so it will
just
be
awesome.
colored by your experience.
For sure.
Right.
And then you'll have to keep that in balance with how the rest of the world feels about these
Right.
things.
And then
Yes.
there's certain like time periods where you're like, that was really sick, but was it sicker than, I don't want to get too specific because of, I don't want to show my cards too early.
Smart. Very smart of you to do that.
Well,
dude.
let's get into it.
I was going to let you keep talking, dude. Just pick you apart, dude.
First nut shape.
Odds or evens, guys?
First one.
Oh yeah.
We might have to minus the chat for a little bit, Jake, just so they don't give us too many
But they're hilarious.
non-novel
good.
ideas. 1, 2, 3, shoot.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, shoot.
Oh, wow. Did we all switch it up?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, shoot.
Oh, I'm glad to go for it.
You know, it's not bad.
All right.
Yeah. I don't know. If
I don't know if I want to go first, dude.
I don't. Because it's like,
Oh man.
I don't know. I guess there's some.
The reality of almost picking first is getting to me. All right, 1, 2, 3, shoot.
All right.
Oh, Christopher.
You guys always you guys.
All right, you ready?
Yeah.
Paper, rock, scissors, shoot.
Yes. Yes. I needed pressure off.
Dude, that's
this is
big,
good.
yeah.
Well, you know what? Okay, here's my thing. I have to take it. It is the eponymous first. When people say, "What was your first time like?"
Yes.
they're referring to this experience.
Yes.
So I will go with the first time you make love.
Very nice.
First
and very well
bone.
put.
Your first sex. It is it becomes this defining experience for so much of us. I know for me, it took a long time to get there, and the weight of it was huge. I was like, am I ever gonna have my first time?
It's the ultimate mission. From age 10, maybe 11, 12, to whenever, that's all you're thinking about. It's priority number one. It guides everything. Makes you work harder in school. Maybe you work less hard in school. Maybe you play more sports.
You're talking about how you design your life so that someone will want to have sex with you.
Some could say your whole life is designed around the pursuit.
A mission to get laid.
Yeah.
Smart.
It's all geared towards corking cooch. Unless you're of a different
That was sick.
sexuality, and that's cool too.
That was sick.
Yes, corking whatever.
Corking,
It's the
Dicking or getting dicked.
Right.
Or,
Yeah.
depending on who you are.
some kind of
cooch.
corking.
Yeah.
Scissoring. Yeah.
Scissoring.
Yeah.
Scissor me
Well,
timbers.
Yeah, so let's not say intercourse.
Yeah, I was gonna call Jake out for that. Very
Yeah.
strange. What are you, Jake? A serial killer?
We're doing 5.
Although it's
For I think we'll probably do 4 for this one, but we'll play it by ear.
although his first scissor, its own thing.
for sex.
No, because I think for lesbians that is their sex. The history of this is so deep pop culturally too. Many a great film dedicated to the idea of are we going to have sex? When are we going to have sex? And it just seems to govern the young adolescent mind. And I still think it's something you adults say, like, when did you lose yours? When did you lose yours?
Yeah.
For sure.
Well, it's also like when you're in it, like high school, it's also like you're aware of when other people lost theirs, which is crazy.
Yes,
You're keeping
yes.
stats on it.
Like it's like it can be public knowledge when somebody lost their virginity, and it can spread like wildfire, which is crazy.
Yeah, when like the guy freshman year is like the first one to lose it, and everyone's like, "Did you hear about Ortega?"
Yeah.
I will say when that guy did lose his virginity, I asked him what it's like, and he said, "Not as good as the real thing, brother." Masturbation maneuver.
Dude, yeah,
A lot of wisdom in that
when you-
14-year-old.
when you hear people start doing it, it blows your mind. I went to a boarding school, dude. One time I went by my buddy. Maybe I shouldn't out him, even though everyone knew they were porking. But you weren't supposed to have girls in your dorm room, right? But I walked by his dorm room and I heard just a boot and mud just.
Oh.
And I was like, "Whoa, that's what it sounds like, dude."
I remember when you first had sex, and then you came over to my house and you regaled like 10 of us with the story. And then at the end of the story, Strider was getting to like he was like, "Dude, so I'm in there, I'm pumping, we're going at it." And then my dad popped out a window and said, "Oh, really, Strider?"
It was amazing. He like heard the whole thing, and then we're all like,
Oh,
Dude,
it was amazing.
Yeah.
dude.
Little
Hearing,
perv listening through the window.
Dad used to
bro.
love that
Shout
shit.
out, Dad.
if we were able to like have like a time machine to go back to like, not just the first time, but first time your buddies like were recounting the first time.
Oh
pretty
yeah,
epic.
it's nice.
It was awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't sleazy. It was important information. We were
Yeah.
like, we need news from the other side.
exactly, dude.
There was this Berlin Wall, and I was stuck in East Germany getting no ass.
These were Yeah, dude, we needed facts, dude.
Everybody's first time, good experience.
Mine was. I was pretty drunk, and you know what's interesting about mine is I went straight for 69.
Oh, smart.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I was like,
And you're always really into noises too. And you just brought up the noise. You've stuck to your guns.
yeah. I mean, I love beehole in my face, and I was like, she's like, "Do you want to?" Of course, I wanted to have sex, but I was like, I kind of want 69 first.
Yeah.
Well, that was the other thing too. When a guy found a girl who was open to going into the sexual realm with him, he's like, "Let's explore every." Because guys would come back and it'd almost be like, it was almost like a treasure hunt. It's like, "What'd you get?" It's like, "I got BJ, I got fingering, I got
Right.
sex, I touched her butt once." Like,
Right.
it wasn't even about like, did it feel good? We'd just be like, "Tell us everything
Right,
you
you're
did."
checking
Right? Yeah,
Bro,
yeah.
exactly.
Yeah, it was like kind of like if you do something that's kind of like exotic, then you have a story. I remember in college I did a shocker, told the whole school.
Yeah.
She didn't appreciate it, but
No.
I was the man.
Very
for like
Anthony Kiedis
a
of
day.
you.
Yeah.
All right, so that's what I'm going with. Chris, you're up with the 2-hole.
No, I wish I got number one.
I know. It's
And
the
now
it's the
I'm
perfect
like-
number one. That's what you had to do.
I'm gonna keep it in like the same age range mostly, or like it feels like high school is like it's where everyone's talking about
Yeah.
virginity. I'm gonna say first high school party.
Smart, bro.
Dude,
Just
yeah.
smart.
The energy of going
Yes.
to a party at that point, where like, because it's part of the sex where it's like, are people going to be having sex?
Yeah.
Are people going to be like drinking or like doing drugs? Who's going to be there? Who am I going to see?
Oh, yeah,
it's
bro.
just like
Bro.
there's nothing. And that was just kind of high school parties in general, because like it's not like they happened all the time. So whenever they did, it felt like, dude, this could be it. This could be the
bro.
greatest night of our life based on all the movies that I watched growing up. Like one night party movies. Like this is gonna be. So going to the first one, oh man, and mine was JT threw a fucking rager, and I was in 8th grade, and I got Roger was there from a previous story. We went 8th graders. Roger puked all over my room. I got hammered. I was doing, like, I love you so much, bro. JT doing that.
Oh, dude,
And I mean, in my head, I was up partying for 8 hours. I think in reality, I was up for about 2 before I went down.
Well, and it was, to this day, I can't believe, like the
It
older
was
I get-
hundreds of people.
Yeah, it was 400 people. The newspaper said it was 400 people.
bro.
The newspaper?
So
Yeah,
so
we got
maybe
a write-up in this.
maybe I'm biased
Wow.
because it was like the biggest high school party I went to, and I wasn't in high school yet, and it was
Yeah.
my first. But I was like,
That sounds so sick.
my mind was blown. It was,
Dude, it was
so
Project
sick.
X, dude.
I put porn on all the TVs.
Yeah, it was so funny. And it was cool because
That's awesome.
I was obviously the
intense,
youngest
dude.
person there. It was just fun. It was awesome.
Dude, it's amazing, dude. And then you become cooler because when you get to high school, you're
porn
like,
tape.
Yeah.
been there, done it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's just guys boning.
Dude, I remember my parents were gonna drop me off at that party, and there was 7 cop cars outside, and they're like, "Where's the house?" I was like, "Just go around that cop car, and then go, keep going up." They're like, "Jesus, a lot of people." I'm like, "Yeah, the neighbors must be doing something." We get there, and there's dudes doing beer bongs in your front lawn. And my dad's like, "We're going home."
You
Dude,
weren't able to go?
no, I didn't get dropped
Oh,
off.
damn.
Yeah, I had to go home.
I called the cops on not that one, and I called the cops on my own party because I couldn't get these adult men out of the house.
Yeah.
And
Good guys.
We were at the gas station months later. I'm like, fuck by Oso Jack. We're filling up gas, and there's a Mike Diamond plumber in there, this hardcore looking dude, one of these bald, looked like he's a member of the Insane Clown Posse, and he just goes up, he goes, "UJT Parr," and we're like, I was about to run. I was like, "Oh yeah," I was like, "Yeah, that's him," and I was about to leave, and he goes, "Sick party. Sorry about the blood in your pool, but that guy was talking shit." We're like, JT's like, "Yeah, no problem, dude."
I was already out. I missed the whole fight.
Man,
that was a great fight.
dude.
I heard about it. It was 1-on-5.
Yeah, dude.
But he was
That plumber
but the
guy
one
beat up 5 skinheads.
but the one guy
Really?
was
they picked on his Muslim friend, and he
Wow.
beat the hell out
Yeah.
of these guys. It was cool.
Dude. I remember
He
one
fucked
of
with John Wick, dude, and he took him down
dude.
because John Wick loves high school parties.
Oh yeah, dude, it's the best. My first, I remember one. I went to a high school party, and I heard people boning again, which is so mysterious to me. This guy who's
guy, listen.
who's kind of jacked. I'm just
just
listening
like
to
submarine.
Yeah, he's just upstairs in the attic with
4 meters away, getting closer to busting.
Down, periscope 110, approaching 110, down.
Well, dude, this guy was a beast, and he it was almost like that scene out of Fight Club where Tyler Durden's just pounding what's her face.
Leto.
Helena Bonham Carter.
Yeah. And she's so out of it, she falls off the bed. It kind of happened where he opened the door and she's like, "Oh."
We had that too.
Dude, I was like, "Whoa, this guy really gave it to her."
I had a party
I
when
saw a tit too.
I was banging on a door. My friend there was a kid puking in the bathroom, and we had to get him out because he was sick. But someone else was having sex in the bed and had locked the door with 2 girls. Our friend, he actually passed
this
away.
is the
Rest
best.
in peace, brother. And I was banging on the door. I'm like, "Open up, open up." Dude, he opens the door. He was like a Cro-Magnon, bro.
Yeah.
He just has heat emanating off his body and just sweat. And he was like, "What's up?" He looked pissed. I'm like, "Hey, bro, there's someone freaking passed down the bathroom. We got to get him." And he's like, "All right." Moves out of the way. Dude, these 2 girls were in the bed just they look like they'd really been through a physical ordeal, in a positive way. But they were passed
Bone
out.
comas,
And then
dude.
he goes, "Sorry about the bone coma." I just,
Oh shit! Sorry. Oh, I didn't know.
no, you're good. You're good. You're good.
I stepped on the
You're
fucking thing.
Sorry about
You're
the
good.
bone coma.
Yeah, dude. It was.
It's so funny because
They were screaming
my
his
head-
name and stuff. They were screaming. They were like, "Matt, Matt."
in my
Oh,
head he's
he's
smoking
giving
a
it to him?
cigarette
Yeah,
when he
I was
opens the door, but I don't know if he was.
He was
I
an
didn't
animal.
answer.
Dude, he looked 45. I remember he was in my freshman year, orientation class or whatever, when you go before school starts. And I was like, "This guy's 45." I'm like, "Dude, this guy."
He acted like it.
And then he had a big penis, dude. He had a legendary big penis.
When he brought you to get a fake ID in LA and he brought a knife and he was like, "I'll take care of this if it gets bad." I'm like, we can just pay these people
Yeah,
and
it's
get our
like-
merch.
Bro, one time,
Let's
Put the knife away, dude.
let's just. He's like, "Dude, for a second there, I thought I was gonna have to pull out my knife," and he flicked it out and showed it, and I was like, "Nah, dude, just let him rob us. Or, either we get him or we don't." But I don't.
Let's just go
I don't
home.
need a knife fight. I am 15. I've never been here before.
Amazing.
Yeah, first high school parties. And dude, the thing about high school parties, upperclassmen,
Yes.
they hold court. And then you're always you're wondering if the girl you have a crush on is going to be there and if you guys are going
Yeah.
to finally have a
Yeah.
little aside.
Oh, bro. Yeah, getting ready, being like, "She gonna be here, dude?"
Yeah, and then you're getting ready with your friend, and then it was and me and a buddy went. It was we're gonna be in high school next year. It's at my house. We're gonna do this. We're so excited, and yeah, bit off a little bit more than we could chew, but it was a good night, and
So awesome. I remember I had a high school party where I ended up hooking with this guy's sister who seemed unattainable. I fingered her. I was like, dude. It was so sick.
You did it, bro. You
Yeah,
won.
bro.
This was in New Jersey too.
I just see you walking
nice.
home 10 feet tall.
Oh, dude, we're on the
Don Bosco.
It was like this huge house in Jersey, and we were on the lawn, and I was just like, just
Oh, dude, that's amazing. And the sprinklers were in the background, like.
The noise.
just so stoked.
And then you get spritz and you're like, run.
Just waking up my buddy. What's up, bros?
What about when it's a bad high school party and it's just like 10 guys sitting around and one guy is just holding court?
We're the chicks, and like one guy's girlfriend shows up with like her best friend, and it's like cool.
And they're like arguing about where the best weed comes from. They're like, actually, Oregon has the best.
Dude, remember when I tried to be cool and talk about the weed, dude? Dude, we were hanging out at our buddy Gavin's house. He was like this cool dude. He threw some sick ragers, and there was these other kids from like that went to Dana, like the public school, and these guys are
Dana
like,
pills, dude.
and they're talking about like this guy has like this weed, like this G13 whatever government shit, dude, and they're passing it around, dude. And I've never smoked weed, and I'm with JT, and I smell it, and I'm like,
No, they go. They're like passing it around. And it's like everyone's smoking. They go, Strider, you want to smoke? He goes, no, but let me smell it. He smelled it. He goes, yeah, it's good. And then he handed it off, and I was like,
That's smart.
it was a good
pretty
move,
smart.
good social
It was
move.
pretty
Dude,
smart.
you
Also,
see
you-
JT's face. He's like,
Also, that's the move you did for. Like you still do that.
with weed, I don't like
Yeah,
smoking weed.
but you always grab it and you always sniff it.
Yeah, I
and
do kinda like the way it smells. It's like,
do you think that that's like a nice cultural thing to do? It's like if you were in like an untouched tribe and like with like the Narubi and they were like, hey, eat like our anteater bunghole, and you'd be like, no, but I'll smell it. It's
yes,
like
taste.
you're not fully participating, but you're saying I respect your culture.
I think that is true.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like when
That's a
it's
good
like when you
point.
get the sign of the cross instead of taking communion. You're like, I
Right.
still respect
Which
you
is
as a-
mine. First communion.
of God.
Big for the next. Kidding.
Not kidding. Oh, whoa, that'd be interesting.
No,
You
it's
are
not
up
my
though. You are up.
Anteater bunghole.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what they eat. Yeah.
All right, those are two amazing picks. Those would have been my picks. Mine's a little bit somewhat adjacent, also from the same age, maybe slightly before, because this is really for middle school for me. But I'm going with your first crush.
Oh, that is very good.
Dude, that's a great one.
The girl. So this could be sort of unrequited love, but it's like it's the first time where you're like, dude, I love what. Like you're like, I love this girl, dude. Like, you know, you've never talked to her, maybe like me. You don't know anything, but you're like, she's perfect. You get excited. Like if you're going to the party or whatever, like it fuels you.
Yeah.
You probably never have sex if it's in my, like if you're sharing the same experience with me, never even kissed. But my first crush, she actually did become my middle school girlfriend in 6th grade.
Oh,
Her name was
Danielle.
Danielle, exactly. She's actually cousins with a famous comedian. Technically, we never broke up. She's got 3 kids and lives a great life. Good for her. But dude, I remember
should
being
reach
like,
out.
Dude, I remember being like, dude, asking my mom, like, Mom, can you take me to Salt Creek Beach? Because I knew like she went to that beach because we talked about it. And then like walking the beach, being like, maybe she'll be here. Dude, I remember going to the grocery store, like going out, being like, oh, maybe my crush will be around. The best, dude. And then all famously, we had the same crush sophomore year. So yeah, dude, just that idea. It's powerful emotion.
It takes up so much of your brain, and the hit you get, because even though you go to the same school, you'll go like 2 days without talking to your crush.
Oh, yeah, bro.
And you don't want to walk up and just say hi. Like that seems totally
It's lame.
outside what would be.
It would just be way too obvious, and
Yeah.
people would be like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
Yeah.
But then, like once in a while, you'd be in class and it'd be magic, and they'd be like, "Yeah, we're assigning science groups.
Oh,
the person
yeah.
across from you is your partner," and you're like, "Yes."
Dude, exactly, bro.
It's so awesome.
And then you just groove for an hour.
I remember I had this huge crush on this girl in like 3rd and 4th grade. And I remember one time we were driving by like fields, like we were driving by farms. And I was just picturing me and her just like running in the field and then making out. Just getting such a nice little boner.
Bro, the best.
Dude,
Sometimes
mine
you
was-
do good things when no one's watching. You're like, if she only knew I did that, she would
Yeah.
love
Right.
me.
Yeah.
Mine was younger than that. I think mine was like pre-K.
Whoa.
And I remember during nap time, I had a dream where we got married.
That's awesome.
Was it the teacher? Was it Shanti?
No, it was. I don't even know if this is true, but I always thought her name was Melissa. But it's also been.
So long.
And like I feel like I kind of remember what she looked like, but like I remember like I was like, oh, it's a girl, and then yeah, I had that, and I remember having that dream.
It's amazing.
You were such a romantic too.
I love that you went straight to being like, we're married. That's
Well, also
awesome.
like that's all I thought. Like I didn't even think kissing was on my radar.
Yeah.
And
You weren't like, we fuck in a bar, then I leave on my motorcycle. That'd be really an interesting dream if you were in kindergarten.
yeah, like I don't.
She
Like,
wants to tie me down, but I'm a man of the road.
Babe, I got to go see about a thing.
Wow.
It's powerful, dude. The first crush.
Shush. That's awesome. Me? All right. I'm staying in a similar realm. This is just a magical moment that you always remember, and also it can be nice, it can be not, but I think it's just when you first do it, it's that first kiss is just it's nice. It's you get that tingly feeling.
I had to go with first sex because I just think culturally it has such significance. I would actually say the first kiss is more memorable. Because the first time you have sex, you've probably done a bunch of other sexual stuff already. You know, it's kind of the culmination of what starts with the first kiss. Yeah. But that first kiss is the first time you really connect with the opposites. It's the first time you're like intimate in any way. Yeah. And I think it's kind of where you feel more special because of it.
You feel lips for the first time. It's like it blew my mind.
Well, it also, it doesn't feel as good as you think it's going to feel. Or did it?
It felt better to me.
Oh, it did?
Yeah. Her name was HandA.
Good?
She had full lips.
Ooh. Nice.
Yeah. Although I'd hear some horror stories, but I remember this kid Kip. He went in. He's
Yeah, some people kiss too
can't
hard.
Go in all time.
Yeah, bro. No.
I was gonna say
that was probably me, but I never got the review.
I was horrendous. I was licking the hell out of her.
I still do that sometimes. I just get so damn excited. Sorry, babe.
It is true. It's nice. Well, now that you know how to corral it too, it's kind of okay to go in full blast.
But like sometimes I can't.
Sometimes I'm too horny, dude. I go, babe, I'm horny right now.
Yeah.
What do you want from me?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Do you think more first times having sex? Because I actually think sex is easier than people make it out to be.
Right.
Like
you mean while doing it?
Yeah, while doing it. Like people are like, oh, your first time's horrible. The first time I had sex was actually.
I think for dudes it's way
experience.
different. For girls, I think it's like bad and painful.
Yeah, maybe it was that I was older too, so I was like a little bit more mindful of that stuff. But I think your first kiss is probably a disaster.
Mine was actually mine was kind of like heartbreaking because she's really hot, but then I learned later it's like she did it based off a dare.
Bro, you know mine was during a game of Truth or Dare.
She's all that in?
Yeah, I got she's Well, mine was like wasn't known to me.
Oh, that's worse.
Yeah. So like my buddy's like, bro, it was like I dared her to do it.
That friend of yours is such a piece of shit. He took so much pleasure in like Schadenfreude. Yeah. 7th grade Schadenfreuders are the biggest bitches in the world.
Dude, yeah.
That's really. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Is that Kip?
No.
Did he have a chain necklace on? Probably.
Dude, this guy probably does wear a chain.
Yep.
Yeah. He took a weird path.
Did you confront her about it?
I never really saw her afterwards.
Smart.
Nice.
She was like
distance yourself.
She went to another
school. She doesn't deserve you.
Yeah, she went to another school and
like how Johnny Depp says he'll never look at Amber Heard again.
Yeah, she was like one of these girls at a different school had this reputation of like being hot, and I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
I kissed HandA, and then like I was like, yeah, she's not like picking up the phone. My buddy's like, bro, it's it's because it was based off a dare. And I was like,
you know what though?
Oh man, that guy sucks.
I wouldn't be surprised if she got dared a couple times to kiss a dude and she didn't do it. So,
oh, dude, thank you so much.
That's what I'm saying too. She could have been like, no way.
Yeah, both
so she's
first.
Like, I'll do it because he's good looking, but like I'm not gonna date him. Yeah, I don't even know the guy. I'm not gonna pick up his phone calls afterwards.
Weird thing about my first kiss too is right after we kissed, I asked her to 69.
Oh yeah, smart.
Yeah.
Consistent. I love it.
Yeah, I just always had that.
There are those girls too who are more susceptible to being like, hey, I dare you $2 to like grab this dude's thing over his jeans. Yeah. And I think you really got to watch out that your kids don't become that person. Yeah. Like I'm really going to instill in my kids, you don't have to say yes to a dare.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
You can still be popular even if you don't do the dare.
You can pick truth.
Yeah. Go truth.
Pick truth.
Make something up.
Yep.
That would be a huge revelation.
Survive in advance.
Yeah.
I didn't even know that was allowed. I was like, if someone dares you to do something, you got to do it.
Yeah. Okay. All right. My number 2 pick now. It's kind of been picked a little bit, but this one had more significance for me because it was my first feeling of true party freedom where I was like, this is like next level partying. It was my first college party.
Big. Okay.
And because we came from the dorms, right? and I was like kind of nervous, but like I'd been to boarding school, so I'd been away from home. I was kind of nervous. I was like, is college gonna be sick? I go to a house. There's a keg there. It's packed. Red Solo cups everywhere.
Heaven.
This dude, hot dude, tosses me a cup. He's like, fill it up. I was like, oh my God.
bro.
I was like, college is going to be so sick.
So sick.
And it was. And then you just fill up the cup, you get hammered. And I like hooked up with this girl, kind of like we just made out, but then I was obsessed with her.
That
and
counts.
Yeah. I like had one night where I just called her a bunch of times. I was just out of my mind.
69,
Yeah, I was just 69.
69.
And like people were like, dude, you got to ease up on the 69. Let it happen naturally. I was like, fine. But yeah, my first college party, and then I called my brother. I was like, dude, college is unreal. This is like, he's like, yeah, it's freedom, right? I was like, it was.
Well, especially coming from boarding school too.
Yeah, because boarding school is college with rules, and this was like you could stay out as long as you want. You could sleep anywhere. You could sleep with chicks.
Yup.
You could get hammered.
Yup.
You could do all kinds of nefarious activities. With your nose. Yeah.
Beautiful.
Smelling butt.
Smelling butt.
Smelling butt.
So it's my first college party was fucking
It is sick.
the best.
It is next level, dude.
It is next level partying where it just really, you enter, you enter professional. It's like you go from amateur to pro. That's how I felt.
Let's go.
All right. I think I'm up, right?
Yes, sir.
I'm going to go with probably, we'll go with your first pet. So,
Oh, that's a nice one,
yeah.
dude.
So like, I remember we had a Dalmatian dog named Caviar, dude. My family was into opulence and wealth growing up, dude. So we named our dog Caviar. Our second dog's name was Cognac.
That's interesting to me.
Very strange. We named our dog after opulent things.
So you guys like bantered about country clubs and
All the time. Our dogs had handicaps. When we'd ask what breed, I go, oh, its handicap is this. But it prefers, lamb chops raw with a mint sauce. But dude, I think a first pet also introduce you to this concept of death. Maybe it's a goldfish. Usually it's a dog, cat, people. But I'm like, dude, I just remember like loving that animal so much. I remember it would give me licks and stuff. And
Cognac, your dog?
that was Caviar. I remember Caviar.
Oh, sorry.
Caviar sorry. Cognac was the second dog. Caviar was our first dog, a Dalmatian. Saw it get fucking hit by a car when I was 5. I remember it got in the hunt club down that hill. Got hit by a gardening truck. Dude, dog just wore it. Cruised around, had a volleyball-sized fucking bruise the rest of its life. Pretty sick. Oh, yeah. Dog just fucking wore it. Kept cruising around.
Tank.
But yeah, dude, I think just that, and loving that first. So, and then now, maybe having the first pet that I own, like my little dog, Sunny. Dude, it's a game changer. Like I don't know if I can get both. Really, the concept that I was going for with this pick would be your first childhood pet, but
I like that.
nice. Yeah.
What?
The best.
How do you feel about your parrot?
Dude, my mom's parrot. Let it go,
That's
dude.
funny.
Let the animal out. Like there's bird people who treat their birds like fucking like dogs, and like that's great, and that has a nice life. Although my brother does a good job like letting it out and like feeding it and stuff, but it's a bummer to talk about. They're smart. They're like 3-year-olds. They live in a cage. It's terrible.
And one of your concerns is that the parrot will outlive.
The parrots live like 70 years.
Do they really?
Yeah. Although this parrot might find a way to jump off a balcony and die. You know, it can
We
fly.
We know a dog that committed suicide because it had a bad life.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, look, the dog never told us. Like, it didn't leave a note. But
Yeah.
What'd it do?
I wasn't surprised. Sprinted straight into traffic first chance it got.
yeah.
Was it the one in the garage?
Yeah.
He lived in a dark
I
garage.
think we've told the story
Oh, God.
before.
The only light
We
he ever
tell it-
saw is when I opened the fridge to grab a Gatorade.
So horrific.
I'd say we reminisce about this about every 4 to 6 months.
Oh no.
And whenever I see my buddy whose dog it was, I'd say it comes up 100% of the time I see him.
Dude. Wow.
That's yeah. My first dog, Barry, just black lab. You take him on walks for the first time.
Yeah.
The best. When you just snuggling, you and your little kid, you try to ride him like a horse.
It's responsibility. It's nice. Maybe kids that have horses, those are weird people.
Ours was a chocolate lab as well that we named Blackie.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, which probably, I don't know. Today we'd probably swerve, but At the time, his coat was black. You
I
were
mean,
allowed
we were
to do that
kids.
then.
We were kids. It was very literal, the name.
Kids give bad names.
And like, I didn't know that there might be a negative connotation because I didn't know what that meant.
What about the first time you get chased by the neighborhood dog?
Oh, dude, yeah, bro. That Rottweiler whose poo we stole stuff from down the street. That dog was a terrifying dog.
That actually brings me to my first time. First time you steal a Rottweiler's poo to put it in your girlfriend's car that you don't like, so that to let her know you don't like her and make her car stink for a while.
That's a great first, dude.
And then find out that her dad's a cop, and then your friend calls you and says you have to talk to her dad, who's a cop, otherwise he'll get you.
Which
Wow.
like, you didn't have to talk to him, but like, it was probably smart.
I didn't.
JT,
Good, good. No, I don't want to talk. Why would I want to talk to him?
Exactly.
He's probably going to yell at me.
Exactly. I don't want to take this.
I'm like,
abuse.
I'm not calling that guy.
All right, who's up, Chris?
I'm sticking a similar time period with it. I'm going to go first best friend.
Oh,
very
dude.
nice.
Sometimes,
friend.
sometimes still your best friend.
It can be. Mine is not, but like, he was a really cool guy. He lived 2 houses up, and we hung out all the time.
That's awesome.
I remember like the first time I saw him, like my mom was like, it was like first day of school. My mom was like, and like I saw this kid like, you're coloring in an apple because our teacher loved apples. Whatever, you know, it's
Yeah.
kindergarten. It doesn't. And he was doing like brown or like purple, like something that's not. And somebody's like, apples aren't that color. And he's going outside the lines, and he just looks up and went, so. And I was like, and I'm sitting there watching. I'm like, this kid's fucking weird.
Yeah.
Like this kid's weird. I knew that my mom had told me like, oh, your neighbor, one of our neighbors is in your class. Lo and behold, it's the weird kid. Meet him after, and he's like, kind of like huddled into his mom, and I was like,
Yeah.
I don't know about this.
Yeah, same
Turns
thing.
out he ruled, and we
let's
hit it
go.
off, and
Was it
we were,
Robbie?
yeah.
Still talk to him.
Oh, you guys are still boys.
No, JT's funny. I haven't talked to him, but JT's talked to him.
Yeah, we hang out sometimes.
Yeah, but I haven't seen him in.
Is it the Robbie I'm thinking of?
No, not SM Robbie.
Oh, not as
Different,
Oh, different
but
Robbie.
different Robbie, but they both spell it the same way. IE, I believe, unless I'm misremembering.
He became a Navy SEAL.
Also, like I'm sure for some people, first best friend also means first betrayal.
Yeah, it could be.
Not for me, but like I think that's interesting about it. It's like sometimes it's like some of these should have some positives, but like also some. I might pick it like just like a negative one later because I think that's
Yeah, sometimes you
interesting.
got to balance out that list.
You start doing like pranks together. I remember one time my buddy and I,
a lot of running.
yeah, my first best friend and I, we peed in a Jamba Juice cup and put it in the road. This car hits it and just showers the car with pee. He was so pissed.
Yeah,
Dude,
Dude, I was too scared to run away. My friend ran away.
Oh, you froze?
Yeah, I froze, and I'm like, oh. And the guy scolded me. It was awesome.
Oh, man.
Yeah, we did. You know, ding dong ditching.
Yeah, ding dong
best,
ditching. Yeah.
the best.
Did that. You know, that's like that was a first best friend activity.
Yeah.
Or just playing the same video game, switching off for 10 hours, like Roller Coaster Tycoon or something.
Oh, yeah.
He
Yeah,
was
Sims.
really good at. He had Roller Coaster Tycoon. I played so much. It was
Yeah.
It's fucking fun, dude.
sick.
And then at some point you go demented. You're like, you know, we could just.
Send the people off.
Yeah, it's like what if we just we did just one loop and then just off, and that's when we found out that they had an animation where it would like explode, like little flames coming off. Like it was so
amazing.
When
sick.
people would puke,
yeah,
that was like a,
have no trash cans.
yeah. No, you have to get trash cans. You have to get janitors.
And no janitors to clean it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get a little demented. It was pretty fun.
Twisted fucks.
Yeah.
All right, that was a beautiful one. Sorry, that was a beautiful one. So I'm gonna go with something that connects to my first one, and I'm gonna say your first child.
Dude, nice. Huge.
So hopefully this doesn't come about after the first time you have sex.
Yeah.
And I'm in the middle of it too, so I can't even really look backwards. But it's I don't know. It's what people say. It instantly changes you. The things you don't want to change, you hold on to, but you feel them change because they need to. And then you get to see a human become a human. It's pretty wild
That is huge.
because they start not doing a lot, and you
Lazy blobs.
they're just blobs that suck resources, and you love them
And poop.
and you want to protect them. But then as you see their eyes animate and their voices come through and their steps start, you say, oh my God, this is like a full entity that is going to have a range of experiences, likes, dislikes, hopes, dreams, disappointments. They're going to supersede limitations. They're going to be boxed in by limitations, and their life could be bigger than yours, which is
It's awesome.
yeah. You it's the first time I've ever felt like it'd be cooler for them to be president than it would be for me to be president.
Wow.
Like you transmute your greatest hopes and ambitions into another thing.
Yeah.
But then you say, but I love you anyways, even if you don't.
I was gonna say, and then you said, "Go down swinging."
But I will say that stuff.
Of course.
I will.
Yeah, I've just never been so invested in like she turns her head and I'm like, she's never done that before. That's the sickest thing I've ever seen in my life. Everything feels like a milestone and it all feels special. And it's, even though it's just like doing regular stuff, like when she first was able to like grip something, I'm like, that's so fucking sick. Look at all the shit you can do. And it's like, she can sit up now. That happened in like the last week where like she's just chilling,
awesome.
sitting up. And it was like, Beck and I are like jumping up and down, being like, woo, you're the best. You're amazing. And it's like, all she's doing is sitting, you know? And it's awesome. Everything's amazing.
This is kind of me cheating, but it's like endless first.
It's loaded with first.
Yeah.
Because everything they do is the
Right.
first. So it's like, it's almost like how AI is teaching itself stuff. This thing is just perpetuating first.
Yeah.
But I do have to check you. We
Whoa.
can't. That judges.
That's
those
what I was gonna
listening,
say.
You do not get
No,
that.
you need to do this.
You only get the experience of you having your child first.
Dude, how
you
long into me talking about this?
Immediately, I go. I thought about it earlier when Chris was talking. I go, it's kind of unlimited first. And so I got mad about it, and I was like, no, I can't have that.
right.
And then you're stuck
Look,
in
it's
this spot.
beautiful, but fuck you, dude.
I felt that. I was like, oh, I'm kind of boxing these dudes in where like if they talk shit, they're talking shit about something you're not allowed to talk shit
exactly.
on. But this is kind of bullshit.
Yeah.
So that's the other nice thing about having a kid is that it allows you to be sick and evil in ways and protect it through the love of your,
It justifies everything. Like,
It
if you're
really
like,
does.
Parents
I gotta
go, it's for
bounce.
my kid.
I gotta bounce. I gotta go. Kid, what can you do?
Or
Exactly.
you see people on Instagram, they're like, people are like, don't bring your kids to my wedding. Kids are annoying. And they're like, do not call my kids annoying. I'm
Exactly.
like, why are you taking it so personal?
Or politically, when people are like, I don't want people coming into our country. They're like, but what about my kid's future? You're like, all right, relax, dude.
Yeah.
You're like, you open yourself up to hate for your own kids. Like, come on.
Because it is you.
It's you, for sure. But that's another point. That's a great pick.
All right, I get one more.
Great pick. Oh, yeah, you go back to back.
All right, dude, look, there's a lot of like inebriated first.
Yeah.
There's the first time you booze, the first time you smoke weed. For me, the best first time I ever went into that realm, I gotta go first time you do mushrooms.
Whoa, dude. I was with Chris. Your batch party.
You were, it was on fire. It was
You
great.
made the best face, dude, when we were all laughing when we were waterboarding our friend. Reggie goes, we're waterboarding our friend. And I just started dying laughing. And I see Chris go. Dude, it was the best look.
Well, it's fun. It's fun.
It is crazy. You are transported. Like it's like booze, weed, or I maybe less than weed, but booze is like, it's like a feeling, but then mushrooms, you're like, oh, this is like, I just hopped on a spaceship.
It's a portal.
Yeah.
And you know, it's a little over talked about these days.
Yeah.
But like I was like 25 the first time I did it. We went on a hike in the Malibu Hills. And I remember you're so afraid of it.
Yeah.
Because people tell you, oh, it's a psychedelic. You might find out dark things and you might never come back.
Yeah.
Like it feels like
It's
an
gonna
epic
change you
hero's
forever.
journey. Yeah. And you're like, what if I find out I'm a sick monster? And then the first time I did it, when it hit me, I went, dude, you make mistakes. You're kind of an idiot, but underneath it all, you're just a happy monkey.
Yeah.
And I started running like on all fours.
That was awesome.
And then there was a polo match happening in the Malibu Hills. All these people in fine
Wow.
suits. I took my clothes off and I just sprinted through it. And
we like ran in.
Are you naked?
no, I was just like
shirt off.
just my shirt off. And then I was just running. And I had such good mushroom energy that people would stop me and they're like, what are you doing? I go, you can do whatever you want as long as you're yourself and you come into things fully. And they went, yeah, man, have fun. And they loved it. And it was like my best self. And I've had a lot of good experiences. First time I was drunk, first time I smoked weed. Nothing like that where I was like, oh, I'm actually in my pureness right now.
Yeah.
Dude, the first time doing shrooms was sick. It was at the house in San Juan. It was all my college buddies came out for spring break freshman year, and it was most of our first times. And man, all it was just like, I don't know what it was. It was everything was about how it felt. And so it's just us just raiding the pantry for different materials to like rub in our hands or on our bodies. Shredded mini wheats. Pouring a lot. We were in the jacuzzi in the pool, pouring a lot of sodas on our head because of the fizz. Dude, the best part was when Joey came out with a couple bananas and was going, oh, dude, it's so sick. And then all of us started mushing bananas, and then it turned into like 8 sets of hands just going like this,
God,
just
dude.
rubbing bananas together, and we're all just cackling, laughing. And it was,
That's amazing, dude.
it's been I don't know if shrooms have ever hit that hard again, which is also, it's like a lot of times with drugs, I feel like the first time is like
The best.
and then you're trying to get back there.
You're always chasing
You're not
it.
going to get back there, so don't try.
Yeah.
And there's some drugs that you just probably shouldn't try because just don't do that. But shrooms, I'm definitely like,
It's nice.
it was
No, do them safe and be mindful and don't make it your whole life afterwards. But that first time,
it was awesome.
the doors get opened.
Oh, go ahead.
No, I was to say Strider doing it. He got naked and then he grabbed a knife and was like, pretending like he was gonna chop off his penis. He's like,
Did you really? Yeah.
he was like, oh no, I'm on shrooms, but like he was having a really good time.
Were you full naked?
I was full naked, just and there was some dude there that I didn't know that very well, and like I was like afterwards, I was like, maybe I shouldn't have done that. But my whole joke was like, I'll cut my dick off, like I'm out of control.
Dude, my first time I was I went to see Never Back Down in theaters.
That's awesome.
Bro.
Yeah. I was transported to Orlando. I was in the movie, dude. I was like, oh my god, there's Amber Heard and this fucking I was just fighting
Baja
dudes.
Miller, dude.
Yeah, and then my buddy's dad picked us up and it was hilarious. I just was in the back giggling, and then my buddy would just look back at me like, and I'd be like, it's the best.
That's a great experience. See, the first time you're stoned in front of a friend's family member and you're trying to keep it together.
Bro.
Yeah. Dude, when you're looking at your buddies, and then when you look in the mirror, you're like, holy tomatoes.
Yeah.
I remember I was
Like,
stoned at our
just-
friend Robbie and Ross's house, and they didn't want their mom to know. And I go upstairs, and I'm in the pantry. She's like, "Oh, hey, JT," and I turn. I'm like shocked, and then I look down. I'm like, "Are you gonna eat those potato chips?"
That's what's so funny about it. It's like first time I don't remember exactly the first time I was in front of Parents High, but I'm pretty sure I ate like 5 bowls of cereal.
That's how they catch
I'm
you.
like sitting in the kitchen just going like, you're a little quiet today. I'm just hungry.
Growing
What's
boys.
going on over here?
Growing boys. Dude, that's hilarious.
Chris, you're up.
Shit.
Check the list. Dude, you know it's important to check the list.
Dude, I'm going to go with something.
Oh shit, I missed.
I'm kind of between two. I want to go with something negative,
No, I like it.
because I'll go with, maybe I should do this later. Fuck it, whatever. First time getting fired, dude.
Whoa. Dude, that's great.
It fucking sucks.
That's a really good one.
But you'll survive,
Yes.
and like you'll figure it out. But like, and it's probably going to happen to most everyone at some point in their life. And like,
That's a really good one.
it sucks, but like you'll learn a lot about
Yes.
yourself.
It's almost
So
more
that's why-
crushing than a breakup too.
Yeah.
It just depends, But like, and the first one of either is tough, but
That's a great first. I can remember, like, I can see myself after I first got fired.
you're just so bummed out.
Me and Andrew went to the park and worked out. He's like, "You'll be all right, man." I just remember like staring up at the sky, and I was like, maybe I can't do it. It's the first time the world like tells you like, maybe this is true for athletes too, who like get cut or something like that.
Right.
But it's like, it's the first time the world's like, hey, you might want this thing, but you might not have what it takes to get that thing.
Right. But that's also them getting fired.
Yeah, that's true. It is the same.
But yeah, it's kind of a bummer, but like, yeah, it's just,
It's big.
It's very meaningful, and like I don't think anybody's really gonna forget it. Or I guess if they do forget it, it's because like it was probably funny.
Yeah, exactly.
I remember, my old boss, I was working for this dude who had I was an assistant, and
Same. That was the first time I got.
so I got fired from that. But before he fired me, he was telling me about another guy he fired who tried to wrestle control of the company from him.
Whoa.
And he ended up winning the power struggle. And he remembers firing that guy. And the guy just kind of took a beat, looked around, and he was like, if I don't work here, who am I?
Whoa.
It's identity.
The guy had made his whole identity be in this company, and then he had built up in his head that he was going to take it over, and that was going to be how he defined to the world. And then in real time, it got snapped away from him. And in real time, my boss got to watch him like kind of just be like, holy shit, I'm empty now. I got to fill everything back up.
Jeez. Yeah, that's big, dude.
You guys have never been fired, huh?
I've never been fired.
I got that vibe.
Yeah.
Dude, that's a great pick, though. That's great. Fuck, man, I'm wrestling with a few.
You guys
here.
ever been arrested? Put
No.
in jail?
No. Yeah.
What, Jake?
Yeah.
Jake, I'm about to start taking MMA
I run
classes,
clean operations,
so-
clean heists. Never been
Well,
caught.
that was my
Always got a
other.
good
That was my other
wheelman.
bummer of a one that I was deciding between. But I was like, more
That's
people
good,
have
yeah.
probably been fired than put in jail. But jail also sucks. Shout out Scotty Scheffler, dude.
Yeah, Scotty Scheffler, what a beast. All right, shit. There's a few. Goddamn, dude. I might go with. Everyone kind of remembers this, but your first car.
Dude, I wanted to pick that and I botched it.
It's like you always remember what you had. Maybe you inherited it. It was the family car, or you got something cool and you fixed it up with your dad. But it's freedom. It's you're 16. You get your license, and I remember the first time I drove my car. I would listen to that song "Big Country" by the band In a Big Country, and just cruising down by like In and Out on Avery, driving to school and like getting to school and being like, "Whoa, I'm here." And just the freedom of it, dude. It's very American, dude. So yeah.
I think that you nailed it. It's the most full experience of freedom you've had.
Yeah.
Like you're like, I can go anywhere. Like, because before that you're like, Mom, Dad, can you take me over here at 4:00? And they're like, well, do you have a ride home? And then you're like, oh, I got to coordinate this. Or
Yeah.
like if your buddy can't pick you up, if they can't take you, you're landlocked. And
Yeah.
then you get a car.
Bro.
You're not beholden to anything.
And you're calling your buddies too. You're going, dude, I'll pick you up. Where are you? I'll pick you up. Yeah, dude, I'll pick. And then you're stoked to pick people up. Soon that stoke goes away when we drive too much. But
And you can go to Del Taco
Yeah.
at 4 PM now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And just go get a fucking double Del and fries.
exactly, you can go on a date, dude. If you can ask your
What
friends
are you
to go
talking
on a
about?
date.
Go on a date.
I mean, I never did. I never did. I never did.
You could, though.
One time
You
a girl picked
theoretically
me up.
could, though.
Yeah, I had I was empowered
The
to do that.
potential is there.
Exactly.
If there's a girl's house to drive over to at 2 AM, I didn't know any, but you could go over. I might have dropped a girl off at 2 AM after she had sex with a buddy.
Yes.
Right.
Exactly.
Oh, right.
Exactly.
You're probably also like, dude,
you make it-
my car is big enough. I could totally lose my virginity in here if I needed to.
Yeah, there's plenty of them because the family cars, the Suburban, dude. And then you burn a CD because in our generation, you burnt a CD and you fucking put it in and you listen to your own music. We put on fucking Oasis, Wonderwall, roll the fucking windows down and just cruise. Oh,
Did you park your car at school?
yeah, fucking park it, dude.
Your first parallel park?
Play Snake on your phone, getting a fender bender for the first time. Yeah, so sick.
Dare you pick up a chick?
Dare you do?
Dude.
Yeah.
Having a
We'll
chick
cruise
in
to the
your car?
river and blaze.
You drive next to your friend and you guys drive slow to hold up traffic behind you.
Dude, yeah, we would do that, dude, on fucking Antonio, the best.
Me and my brother used to do one where I would put the e-brake on my car and I would turn on the emergencies and we would get out and just say my car was broken.
Like people would drive by, we'd be in the car, and they'd be like mad, and you'd just be sitting. But before they could, they're turning to be mad at you, and you're just going, I don't know,
Car's broken. Car's broken.
Just hands it, and you just look panicked.
Amazing, dude.
Dude,
There's so many different tricks you could do in the car of just like fucking with people.
Oh, the best.
Which is so it just made the commute, the 15-minute drive home, not long at all, just so much more
The best.
entertaining.
Dude, I remember one time we went through the Taco Bell drive-thru backwards. It just in reverse. And you're like, yeah, I just want some cinnamon twist.
Well, when you're 16, you have the energy for that.
Yeah, totally.
Like
And
when you're in
also,
your 30s, you're like, dude, like it's not that I don't think that's funny. You're like, I just don't have the time.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to get the food.
Yeah.
Go back
My kid
home.
needs a cinnamon twist.
There's no like frivolous fun here. For
Yeah,
me.
it's like, do I put this on my credit or debit? Oh, fuck. The credit's
Exactly.
stacking up.
What a count.
Yeah, doing voices at the box.
Oh yeah.
I want to risk that now. What if they fuck up my order?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Dude, I have a hot take about cars too. I think 100 years from now, future society will look back at us driving cars as reckless, as dangerous, and as badass as we look at cowboys from the 1800s.
Yeah,
That's
for
sick.
Like
Yeah.
we are on the road doing 80 miles an hour in these
Missiles.
like steel missiles, and we're all just trusting that everybody else isn't going to bounce off of us. And we're like, yesterday, some lady almost swerved into my car.
Oh, yeah, dude.
When I had my kids in there, and she gave me the finger. I gave her the finger. I said, "Fuck you, bitch," and then I go right back to normal.
Yeah.
And then we're just doing that all the time.
Yes.
On these crazy highways,
And people
like,
are dying all the time.
And
And
16-year-olds are out there. Those kids are idiots.
Vin Diesel is John Wayne.
Yeah,
Yeah, you're right. Dude, Vin Diesel's John Wayne.
And then your future societies will look at like census reports of like how many people died. They're like a ton.
Yeah.
And they just kept doing
on the highways
tens
every
of
year.
thousands every year.
Oh,
and
yeah.
they just kept.
Also, people drink and drive all the time.
all the time. They say
On their
200 times
phones?
before you get caught.
And now they're
Check
on
an
their
email?
phones. And it's just absolute trust. And we all just
dude.
roll the dice, bro.
I
We're
don't do it.
badasses.
All right, it's my turn.
First car is a good one.
First card's a good one.
I know. I meant to do that instead of shrimp. I fucked my
I know.
shit.
Maybe I didn't need to go negative for because I probably could have gone that later. And then I
Nah,
could
but
have gone.
you wanted an emotionally balanced list. That's
Yeah.
fire, dude.
No, yeah, because it's like there's so much meaning behind that where it's like that's where you learn to overcome things.
What? Which one? The
First
car
time getting
fire.
fired.
Oh yeah.
It's negative but productive.
And that's what makes the other stuff good is that you've
Yeah.
been through the hard, man.
Yeah.
It ain't supposed to be all rainbows and butterflies, bro.
Dude, I just had a
Compromise
thought
and
right
move.
here, and I'm just gonna lay it out on the table. Do you think when AI starts taking care of everything for us, we can go back to living like we're in high school?
Oh. Will AI be able to like refurbish my body to still have those young joints?
That's the tough part. Is my body just can't handle that much fast food now.
Can we just be bionic? Bionic.
Yeah.
If it's bionic, it's for sure.
Yeah, if we're bionic and we're just like, all right, let's go doorbell ditch. We're like 60.
That would be. I mean, I don't know. As long as we still got doorbells, I'm doing it.
Yeah, dude.
Do I have to go to football practice for 4 hours?
Dude.
That's crazy.
Yeah, maybe.
Because that sounds fun for like 45 minutes,
Yeah.
but 4 hours. I guess if I'm bionic, I could probably just freaking cruise the whole time.
Yeah, you just.
No. No, let's just go 4.
Guys, I'm interrupting this podcast to let you know once again that we are on tour. We're going to be in Jersey City this Friday, the 24th, Atlantic City, the 26th, that's Saturday, and then we're going to be in Seattle on Monday and Portland, Oregon on Tuesday. Get your tickets, chadandjt.com. It's going to be a blast. Also, we are doing this live on Twitch. It's been so fun. We're having people like comment throughout the draft, or they're giving like live polls, so it's having that fun interactions. Twitch.tv/ChadandJT go deep. Also, you can hit the hotline, call into the podcast at the number 323-418-2019. Finally, we got a new sponsor that I'm so stoked on because I wear their clothes even before they reached out. I love their shirts. I love their shorts. Great for golfing. Great. I love their swimsuits, swim trunks, and I love their athletic shorts. They have the trifecta. You can just go chubbies all day. They're the best. I use them for hot yoga. I use them to bronze, and I use them for golf. And you said your GF, she loved the shirt.
She's rocking it, dude. It looks great on her.
It's like very like summer fun.
Yeah, and it's like it makes you feel like a movie character
Yeah, it's like chubbies.
in a summer fun movie.
Yeah, when you're wearing chubbies, it's like when people see you wearing chubbies, they're like, "Oh, dude, you seem like a cool dude."
You set the tone.
Or a lady. Doesn't have to be limited to dudes. And so, yeah, skies out, thighs out. Summer's right around the corner. Our friends at Chubbies are bringing the good vibrations with their shorts. They make clothes that make every moment feel like a vacation. That is true. They offer a high quality variety of everyday men's apparel, from the most comfortable shorts you wear all summer to swim trunks, pants, polos, even button-down shirts that you'll have grandma praising how well you clean up. You could go to freaking the country club or the beach. Whatever.
Right by the beach.
They're vibrant, they're bold, and they're outrageously comfortable. For a limited time, Chubbies is giving our listeners 20% off your order with our exclusive code. Use code GODEEP at chubbiesshorts.com. That's chubbiesshorts.com. Whether you're getting dressed for your workday or workout or a weekend getaway, Chubbies has you covered. For a limited time, Chubbies is giving our listeners 20% off your order with our code GODEEP at chubbiesshorts.com. That's code GODEEP at chubbiesshorts.com. Support our show and tell them we sent you. Don't blend in with the crowd. Stand out with Chubbies. Back to the show.
Boom.
All right, my first, this one, first girlfriend.
Nice,
Where
dude.
you just with all your boys like, yeah, this is Ashley. This is my GF.
The
And like,
best.
I don't know, dude. My girlfriend and I were going to the movies, and then you just go, you pull up to like a outlook over the city and just fucking oh.
It's the best, dude.
And then she starts touching your wiener, and you're playing with that little man in the boat, and just you start fingering her, and you're just like,
Oh, man.
and you're like, yeah, dude, she's gonna show me tits tonight, and you just like, yeah, I don't know, mom and dad, I got a girlfriend, so yeah, maybe whatever.
You
So,
call her on the phone. What's going
Yeah.
on?
what's up?
What's up, babe?
Yeah.
Cool. How was class? Even though I saw you all day long. All right,
Yeah.
sick. And then like maybe she's got a younger brother or sister, and you got to babysit. You're like, whatever.
Yeah.
We'll watch a movie. Order pizza. We're responsible.
Yeah. And your family's like, hey, we have Easter. We have to go celebrate Easter. And you're like, I could be spending that time with my girlfriend.
True. Oh yeah. Then they go on a family vacation over the summer. You're like, fuck, dude.
Yeah.
But it makes that time with the boys that much richer.
Yeah. Your first
It's
fucking-
nice.
Your first girl.
My first girlfriend came pretty late, so
So did mine. My first girlfriend became my wife.
same.
Yeah.
Let's go.
So it's like, that sounds like high school shit, and I'm like,
Oh, right.
Do you
right,
guys feel like if you lived your life in a million different iterations, that you guys would just be the guy who married their first girlfriend every time?
I hope so.
no, I don't think so. I think there's like, if I was a little bit more confident, I think I could have had a girlfriend sooner.
Yeah, like it's that thing. If I go back with knowledge, like, do I have the knowledge from this life, or is it a fresh life and I don't even
I think
know?
it's-
No,
Same fresh,
I guess what
right?
I'm wondering, yeah, it's a brand new, fresh life.
There's got to be a version where I'm just like a little bit more forward
Yeah,
with chicks while sober.
same.
Yeah, I'm
That's
just wondering
pretty-
how much of it is DNA and how much of it is just like.
Oh, I think it's plenty DNA, but I'm just like, if there's 1,000 of them, like I got to think like at least 8.
There's also one where I'm a dude who wears a chain necklace.
oh,
I'm
so you
just
think
being a
there's
D-bag.
great variety in the
Oh, right.
I think so.
in the run of you in different settings.
I guess it's like, where am I born?
True. And then you also have to
Bangladesh?
think, if in that setting, is everybody else different in that setting, and maybe the girl that I'd be more forward with in that life is actually a more reserved version of herself, and therefore it also doesn't work.
Oh, but you're
And-
seeing the
and-
same
and is
girl
that
in
fate?
it. But you think you're seeing the same girl in the different
I think it's all the
place.
same people, right? Is it? Oh, it's the same. Like,
I think there's somewhere it's the same people and there's somewhere it's different people.
okay, then yeah, it's gotta happen.
Did I do 2?
Nope, you're up.
Do I? Yeah, I do another one. Okay.
Oh, hell yeah. I won that one? Sick.
Do you think in a different version of reality you could, like, your bench would be less or more?
Always more.
So this is the weakest version.
This is the
of you.
weakest version. I'm the biggest dork moron version of myself in this life, dude. I suck.
Oh, my mushroom trip one sucked. I wanted to do car. Damn it.
Car's huge. I couldn't. It's one that I forgot.
needed-
I also forgot to
You
do
needed
it.
a drug in there. We needed some kind of
Yeah, I could have got it later though.
inebriation,
All right, my next one. First concert.
Oh, that's huge. First concert's big.
First
Yeah, that's on
concert.
my list for sure.
Where you just like,
That's
I remember
big.
my first concert where it's just like, it was rock, or what was it? It was Revolution.
Oh, nice.
It was Revolution ska.
Oh,
And
yeah,
I remember
dude,
just
love
being like,
ska.
when they first started jamming, and then I went like this, I was like,
Yeah,
dude, when he first started doing that,
it's
so
awesome.
sick. Yeah. First concert, sick. Live music, first time is sick, especially when you see someone like huge, like a huge pop star. You're like, whoa, they're like right there and they're doing the thing. And yeah, what up?
Mine was late. Mine was summer,
mine was late too.
Summer after 8th grade, before freshman year. A dude that I met during summer camp of football, Ryan, took me to Dave Matthews.
Oh, nice.
And we had
nice.
separate seats from his parents. So we were on the floor.
Yeah.
People smoking weed around me. I was
That's
like,
cool.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
Dude,
I won't pick it now, but my specific version of this was your first Coachella.
Oh,
I thought about doing first music festival too.
dude. Coachella is awesome.
That was like
was so
similar to a mushroom trip. You're like, could we live like this forever?
Yeah.
And
Dude,
it's like, no, you need AC. I'm soft.
I know. I was at a festival a couple weeks ago in Daytona. It was like the opposite of Coachella. It was like hard rock or like just like metal. But like people were camping out, and I was like, "How do you do?" Like you get to a certain age where you're like, "How do you do that?"
No, yeah, bro.
I remember, but before in college, I was doing Coachella, and like I would sleep in like on like a blanket on like the desert. I didn't care.
Well, because you're more there for the community. It's less about like the shelter.
Yeah,
And you just know you're going to be gross the whole time, so then
Yeah.
it lets you let go a little bit.
Yeah.
Whereas like now, like if I know there's a shower to get back to, I'm like, I feel so much more gross. Whereas like if you're camping and you're just hanging out there, you're like, this is just how we live.
Yeah.
You know, there's
Yeah.
no way to escape the dust. So you just, I'm still going to shower tomorrow, but like I'm okay going to bed covered in dirt.
yeah, it's awesome.
That's a good one.
Is it my turn?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Man, let's see here. I'm going to go with, I might go with, we're just doing 4, right? So I'm not going to bend if we make it fast. I'm going to go with your first job.
Oh,
A lot of times it's a summer job, but just that feeling if you get your first paycheck, and you always kind of remember it. Sometimes, you know, your dad's like, you better fucking get a job. Sometimes it's straight out of college if you made it and you got a salary gig, and that's cool. But a lot of time it's like a coffee shop. You're in the service industry, which I do think it's important for everyone to work in the service industry at some point to realize how much people suck. It's like very like growing pains. But yeah, I think it's really does develop character and an important thing. So I think that first job also, you know, whether it's a hot dog on a stick at the mall.
Was yours the
or-
Marriott?
My first job, dude, actually my first job was a page in DC. That was my very, very first
Oh,
job,
really?
which is actually wild and
That's
crazy.
sick.
Yeah.
You were at the Capitol?
I worked in the Capitol,
Dude,
yeah,
that's so. You lived in DC?
for a summer.
Wow.
Yeah.
Where'd you live?
They had like dorm rooms on the
Really?
Capitol Hill. Yeah.
That's so
It
cool.
was pretty sick. It was
Did you
part of
want
the,
to get into politics?
Not really. It was just like something my parents made me do. Like, this is good for resume. Like,
Right.
it was
Interesting.
like some weird family friendship, but it was really cool. You'd go in like tunnels under the ground. But then my first like real job that I like applied for and got, we were driving around looking at like, I remember looking at like Hollywood video and stuff. And then the Marriott was like the first actual real job.
Remember your
Coming on board.
dad's hilarious quote when we applied for like, our dads were like, you gotta get jobs. So we applied for like 5. And to us, that was like having a job. We're like, we did a lot today.
Yeah.
And then, dude, your dad walks up the driveway. He goes, did you guys get a job today? And Strider's like, we applied for 5. And then your dad goes, success is the only thing that matters. And walked right past us. It's amazing. Me and he both just like, I think we had like a basketball. I just dropped it. We both put our shoulders down. I was like, God damn. Yeah.
It's hilarious.
It was really funny. But yeah, did you like working at the Marriott?
It was cool. Dude, it was really fun. Like, there was a lot of these because the Marriott's an international company, so a lot of Jamaican guys came over, and they were really cool guys. And there was a lot of hot girls that were a little bit older than us, like college age, that worked at the pool serving drinks. And they would have like these parties together. And me and our boy AJ worked there too. None of us, we never got invited, dude. We were like the dorks of the shift. But there was one cool chef who would make me pina coladas and turkey burgers for like lunch. And dude, I would have like an alcoholic pina colada while working.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's pretty wild. Yeah.
That's a nice Marriott too. It's different now. Isn't it a Ritz or something now?
That property, I haven't been. That
Which
It's the Dana Point one where everyone gets married.
by Doheny.
where Ferraro got married?
Yeah.
That's Marriott.
Still is Marriott.
It was
Still
Marriott.
Marriott? Okay.
As far as I know. Marriott Short Cliffs or something like that.
Yeah.
That's where we used to do Mother's Day.
Yeah. Mothers, they would do a
beautiful location.
big Mother's Day, set up tents, lots of tables out on that huge lawn. They got a lot of spaces there.
Yeah, they do. It's a big property.
to me.
Yep.
All right, this is going to be, maybe it's too specific, but I'm going to go first time you read The Giver or Animal Farm.
Oh, that's so good.
Because they're like books where you're like, whoa, this is
Yes,
like,
dude.
like The Giver,
That's
like you're
so
like,
good,
you're like this
Chris.
book is deep. And then with Animal Farm, it's a little different because it's like, whoa, this is like about like Russia and like communism.
Yeah.
Like it was, they just both felt like monumental books for like, as a middle schooler, like you're like, they just kind of open up your mind.
Yes.
And it kind of just like, you just experience something different after reading these, where you kind of feel like, whoa, there's like this whole inner world that I've been exposed to. And like, I feel smarter. And like, I feel like I've like, you feel like you're becoming older because you like understand what it's trying to, at least The Giver, where it's like, it's all about like somebody feeling different things and how they need to pass it along. It just feels, I don't know. I just felt like, it felt like the kind of book that like people like for like the next couple of years, like, dude, that book was good. Like everybody has that experience, or at least did when I was growing up.
Yeah, there's that book where like I'm pretty sure all assigned reading books, my reading comprehension was like 0. Like I'd read it and I would be thinking other things.
Yeah.
Maybe I had ADD, like I don't know. But then there are those few books that like blow your mind and you're like, you could visualize it and you're like, this is incredible. And then there's like these human themes in it. So that's huge. Yeah. Art, dude. First time you
It's kind of like, it's like the first time we're like, this is different. This is different from what I did before. Like this is about something real and like big and there's an elemental nature to it.
Yeah, because well, before then, everything's like Bridges to Terabithia or Where the Red Fern Grows. They're all about death, basically.
And long.
Yeah, and they're just getting but it's basic primal concepts they're trying to get you. That one's the first time where you're like, oh, this is changing the way I think of like the structures of society.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. I guess and both of them do deal with the structures of society. That's true. That is a common thing.
You're like questioning the American system. You're like, are we doing it right here?
Do we build? Is the way that we do it the right way? And like, it's like, and even before that, it's like there are other ways that you can build societies and you can build them wrong. Like, what the fuck?
And when you're in like when I was in like 3rd grade, we went to war with Kosovo. There's no part of you in 3rd grade that's like, America's wrong. You're just like sad that Americans might get hurt, but everyone's waving the flag. By the time you get to like 8th grade is the first time, and it kind of coincided with the war on terror and with Iraq, where you're like, wait a second, is America not in the right here?
Right. Like, you might consider that you could be making a mistake.
Mm-hmm. It becomes a morally relative universe. All right, dude, my first, look, I don't think I got this one, so I'm just going straight from the heart, uber specific, and you can dollars to donuts put this one against any of them. I'm going the first time you finger a chick.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dude, it's a huge pick.
It's amazing.
Dude.
I mean,
It's amazing.
sex is great, but you've already done a bunch of stuff. Kissing's good, but like, are you even really connected to the person? It could be a peck and you move on. The first time you're laying in a bed with a gal or sitting in the back of a bus, or you're probably doing it at a pool party and there's 100 parents around, and you got to be sneaky deaky about it. The first time, look, you're going to miss. You're going to think that the vagina is right below the belly button.
It's not there.
It's way lower than you ever anticipate.
Basically
Next
where
to
the
the
butthole
beehole.
is.
Yeah, it's deep.
It's like the same, like, oh, whoa. Like, you got to, like, extra reach.
And I would actually say of the experiences that go wrong the most often and where the poor girl has to deal with incompetence, this is the one that's probably the most challenging. Because guys, like, all we've been doing up to this point is playing sports and wrestling. So for us, exertion of force is the way to accomplish something.
We were playing N64. We were playing GoldenEye. I really hit the button
We're just
hard.
breaking things and not taking care of things. And so we get in there and we're like, all right, it's squirt time.
She's gonna squirt.
And we're just, and we think it's all about entry and depth. We have no idea that there's any kind of, style or sensitivity towards the clitoris. And it's just, you're mangling out there. But broski, afterwards, you're like, I'm kind of a guy. I mean, I remember I saw my dad the next day and he's like, you want to get some breakfast? I was like, yeah, let's fucking do it.
Like,
sure. I'll drive.
And then JT grabbed his pack of smokes and
Didn't wash her hands for a week, dude.
You go back to your buddies, you're like, hey, bro, smell my fingers.
Yeah, totally.
Did that,
And
yeah.
also, I remember
The
when
sense of it.
dude, how wet it is, and then I was like,
Oh,
I was
yeah,
like, I was
with you,
like,
brother? Every time.
yeah, dude. I was like to my
do the
buddies, I was like, dudes, I felt the pearl. I felt the pearl, guys. And I remember I was like,
Captain Jack.
I remember
dude.
I was like down there, I was like, that's the clit.
Legend, dude.
And I just rubbed it until she just squirted all over my
Looking at
face.
these lists, if you look at JT's list, you're like, this dude's fucking pretty chill, dude. Look at this guy, dude. This guy's sick.
Dude, I was
Fucks. He's
I
on
hope I can be
shrooms.
like that guy
I was
someday, dude.
yeah.
He's got
I was tempted to just do a bunch of things that I never did. You know what I mean? You know, the first time you get reverse gangbanged by a supermodel.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
Yeah,
you never
dude.
forget, dude.
It is so heavy duty. You got to take care of so many people. The
Dude,
responsibility.
the first time you make your first billion.
3 comma club.
First time you pull over a cop, dude.
Whatever. First time you extract a high-profile political prisoner from an adversal country. Dude. Oh man.
First time you negotiate a
surprise
crisis,
managed
dude.
kill.
Let's go. Dude. Well, because you remember it, dude. It's huge.
Huge, dude.
I'm so tempted to like
Huge.
just.
There's 2 3s in here. We're tied? Yeah. Whoa.
Well, let's do it overall. Let's have people vote overall. It doesn't have to be aggregate on rounds. Sometimes, you know, you don't win every round, but you win the fight.
You know, I think that was a smart move at the end there. You went with something that's like, you went specific and you went kind of like, you're like, no, this is like, mine, I'm like, it's kind of like, I think they're good picks, but they're just kind of generic. But there's things in there where I'm like, my first skeet. Dude, your first skeet where you know you
Load.
can
Oh, the
skeet.
first time the load comes out?
Yeah, yeah.
Dude, why don't you change concert to first time your load comes
Dude,
out?
I
thought that was gonna come up.
know your first
That is big because I've been
Well,
throbbing before that.
dude,
And
this
Yeah,
kid, he's bragging to everyone. He's like, yeah, I jack off. It comes out. And
He's
I
a
was
cool
like,
guy.
oh my God. Dude.
Yeah.
I didn't even have pubes yet. And then I jacked off and like I skeeted and I was like,
Yeah, it's weird.
it works.
I remember I got
Yeah.
scared. I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
well, what do you think was bigger? First time someone touched your wiener, or first time you touched someone else's something?
I think when you touch someone else's something. Because
you're in the
was like-
secret garden
I was
now.
born touching my
And it's a
wiener.
shared experience.
Sure.
Yeah. I mean, I was twirling that thing since I could remember. That was like my first memory.
What about first time you go TPing?
That's you. I was going to say, if we went around, I was going to say, but Chris kind of did it. Sleepovers, dude.
I wanted to say that.
The first sleepover's huge.
Juju.
I know, it's so tough,
When
though,
Juju
with, like-
came over.
I don't remember my first.
I went to my
I don't
buddy's
remember my
house.
first. That's why I'm.
That's
Oh,
it's-
yours is when someone came over. I'm thinking of when you went over to someone's
That's what I mean
house.
too. Yeah.
Dude, your
I
first,
go both, I guess, work.
your first porn. Dude, your
Yeah.
first time. I
Jenna
remember,
Jameson, boat sex.
Yeah, that's all of it.
I remember first time seeing
Dude, you started with Casablanca.
first time seeing boobies. You're like, oh my God.
Yeah.
First time.
Oh, fucking what up? Sorry. I thought you were going to say fuck.
You know what's sick about first time
God.
with the sleepover is your first sleepover is your first secret exchange.
Oh, yeah, you're
Right.
secret.
That's when you go, who do you have a crush on? Who do you have? I promise I won't tell. And there's this trust bridge.
First all-nighter.
Oh,
Yeah.
A sleepover at my place for
Yeah.
like maybe my birthday, and
Yeah.
like I was probably like in like 6th grade because it's hard to stay up all night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we were like crushing cereal at like 4:30 in the morning. Like, I think we're gonna do it, guys. Like
Yeah.
3 of us and like 5 other dudes were already passed out.
Dude, this is pretty sick. First time you jump on a trampoline.
Yeah.
That is sick.
Pretty sick.
Oh, you know what's one that I wanted to do? And I think of all the sporting events, it's the biggest. Your first baseball game.
Yeah, baseball's
Yeah.
Oh,
huge.
nice.
Yep.
I was gonna do first time catching a fish.
That's
that's
sick.
big.
I
Yeah.
remember that one, and like it was friggin' sick.
Dude,
First time you put down a bull elk with a 308.
Yeah.
Right.
I was going to
exactly.
say
There we
riding a
go.
bike. When you're learning to ride a bike and you
Yeah.
finally go on your own, huge.
First
Oh,
celebrity
nice.
sighting. That's always like.
Who'd
kinda-
you see?
Who's the from
Lou Bega.
Adam's Family? I
Oh.
wish Lou Bega. Christina
Angelica
Ricci.
Houston? Oh, okay.
Christina Ricci. No, dude, it might have been Arnold in Sun Valley.
Hey, we saw Arnold in
saw
Sun
it.
Valley.
Yeah, yeah. Dude,
Have we
go-
done this before?
He's like,
Where we
my
both realized that we've seen that
Yeah.
we've like separately seen Arnold and Sun
Went
Valley.
on my skates. I was like, oh my God, dude.
He told us to chill. We went, dude, can we get an autograph? He goes, chill.
Amazing, dude. Amazing.
Well, he was just doing Batman and Robin and come out.
Oh, you're right. Chill.
So we're working on a lot of levels there.
Dude, first time hearing good stand up.
Yeah,
I thought
that's
about
true.
that. It was
That's
like
true.
like being in the room for like Dude, the first time I saw Amazing Improv,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Dude,
amazing.
that is pretty wild.
Amazing Improv is like, it's crazy.
It's like jazz, dude. It's like if it hits, it's incredible.
Right.
Yeah, I remember,
Except I
But
like
it
it.
misses 90% of the time. Yeah,
Yeah, but yeah, I get that. I get it's like jazz in that way.
First time you get a phone.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's huge.
Someone
Yeah,
sends- And then what about first vote? First time you vote?
yeah.
I think it's pretty sick.
I think it's cool. I think
Cool.
I was
never
so
do-
fired up.
I've never done jury duty, dude, but do you think you feel like the same like civic, like
Yeah, being part of the
I'm part of the
system.
system, and like this is our country, and it's sick.
big.
This is how
Yeah.
we decide things.
first time skydiving. Dude, first time skydiving is sick.
I sucked at it so bad, dude. So much
suck.
sinus pressure. I knew I looked so unathletic, and I was like, I could never have been a super badass guy like in the
Right.
action movies.
Not a Halo jump guy.
I wish I was, but then I jumped out of an airplane, and I was like, I suck at this.
Right.
Yeah, and don't you have to have a dude with you the first time you go?
Yeah,
It's
it's
like-
chill.
Dude, that is a good call on first stand up. Because like when we watched Carlos Mencia that time in like 7th grade.
Or like David Spade, even before that.
Oh, that was huge.
Yeah,
His closing joke.
yeah, it's about jerking off.
Yeah, he goes, I can't jerk off
good.
to autopsy. Or can
Can
I?
I?
Okay,
Dude, I
smart,
was
smart.
watching like Dave Chappelle's
First Halo came
his
out.
DC. I remember
Halo,
one eye opening was listening to Louis' bit on flying, and then it was it just like opened up my brain in like a weird way. I was like, whoa, you can think like that.
He was a genius.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
He's a genius. What about the first time you fly by yourself?
Yeah,
Yeah.
flying by yourself.
Walking
yeah.
through the airport on a solo mission.
Yeah.
And you're
Sick.
like, I'm basically a hired assassin.
Yes.
You
Yeah.
can
Right.
go anywhere and accomplish any task with extreme precision.
Dude, first spring break trip.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
dude.
or like first trip abroad.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one. That's a big one.
First time
traveling
you
abroad.
taste European coffee.
Oh,
First school dance.
yeah, that's a
That's
big one.
big.
That's
First
big.
first freak dance.
That's big.
First freak
Freaking?
dance.
Oh, dude,
Born freakily.
bro, freaking's legit. When I visited you at Notre Dame, one of the best freak dancing
I
experiences
watched
of my
that.
life.
That was awesome.
great freak.
That
shit.
was
you know,
awesome.
you had a
Like
better
those basement
freak.
parties.
Yeah,
That
Yeah,
was
she
yours.
was more freaky.
I think
No,
it was
that
our
was a solid freak, but I've seen you freak better.
in Mexico.
I think
In
that was
Mexico, that was your
cross
best
house.
freak.
That was probably me being my best, but my most memorable experience.
Oh,
was
because she did
in
the
Notre
booty
Dame.
trick on you
It was
in
nice.
Indiana.
Yeah, it was incredible.
But you did the
and I
move-
didn't expect it. I'm partying in Tijuana. I expect
But
it.
here's the thing: when you were freaking that girl in TJ, first you did the neck move. You pulled her hair back and he sucked on her neck, which was sick. But the best part about it was you were freaking so legit, and there was so many people there watching you freak that literally the locals came up to you and they said, "Dude, you can bone her upstairs."
Yeah, they did. Yeah, and I was like, I was a virgin at the time. I was like, thank you so much. Well, I'll take a beer.
To be freaking so good though that the peanut gallery gets involved.
That's true.
That's it.
First
That's so
time,
fucking
first time
chill.
after you turned 21, first drink.
That's big. Yeah, going to a bar the first time
Yeah.
First time
legally.
First time you get your BJ.
Yeah, BJ's
Yeah,
huge.
BJ, yeah.
BJ's chill, dude. Fucking chill.
But first time fingering a chick is so much better.
more, it's better. It's
It is
better. It's better.
It is better.
We're gracious lovers.
I was asking some friends for some suggestions last night, and Caleb brought up that mom one time said to him like, "I love red velvet cake. I always used to love carrot cake, but the first time I had red velvet cake, I said." Fuck carrot cake.
Your mom said that?
Yeah, I didn't know that
That's so
story,
fucking
but
funny,
Caleb's
dude.
like, so that's the first time you could eat red
That's
velvet.
so
Yeah,
funny.
first tiramisu. I was trying to think like if I could. I just can't remember the first
You
time
just
I had
can't remember.
pizza or
And
ice
it's like-
cream or
and it's like-
McDonald's.
Yeah.
And there's been so many movies that I've enjoyed that it's like hard to like be like the first.
I know, like the first rated
time,
R, or like,
you
yeah.
know, it's like
First time you watch Clockwork Orange, that's a little bit like The Giver or Animal Farm.
yeah, where it's just
You're just like,
unsettling.
what
and
the
you're just
hell
like,
is
what
going on?
on?
I don't
Yeah.
like this.
First sushi.
First sushi.
Don't
I spit it
remember.
out. I hated it. I was like, fuck this.
You don't like sushi?
I know I do now, but when I was younger,
I like-
my family was like, try. You know, they're like, dude, try it. You're gonna like it. Try it. I had like a California roll. I was like,
I feel like our parents were like feeding us sushi. By the time my memories start, like I was already eating it, so I never had
Wow.
it.
you guys had a good palate. Smart. Good parenting and introduce you to that. Your first shark, been there, brother.
Well, somebody put clogging it. I think I do remember the first time I clogged a toilet, and like it was terrifying. I
Oh,
hated
yeah.
it.
Yeah, you're like, holy fuck. This is so embarrassing.
All right, do we have a winner?
First time.
Let's go, chat.
Whoa, dude.
You
Look,
got a
I
great
went
list.
chalk. This is chalk,
No, but
boys.
it's a really good list.
It is good. Car in the 3-hole was nice.
You know what,
Very
Chris?
nice.
I think you have a sneaky great list.
Yeah.
Totally
Let's
agree.
see. Party best friend is great. Getting fired. Yeah. Blowing the mind. Yeah.
I love it.
Specific. You know,
Thank
it's
you, dude.
yeah. I was gonna say like first time
time-
a book opened your mind. Maybe if
That's
you
too
marketed it
broad.
different,
Yeah.
but it's a good pick.
If you've read The Giver, you know what I'm talking about.
sure.
And also, like, I assume they're going to be reading The Giver till the end of time, like, because it's just a good one of those.
The Giver really sticks out in my memory. When he first feels pain when the sled breaks, and then when he has to absorb like human holocaust and stuff like that. I can acutely remember seeing that on the page.
I was going for something. I liked my, a party romantic thing from your youth, bad experience, getting a bigger brain.
Love it, bro. It's
Yeah,
legit.
you guys all had good lists.
But I get it. Fourth is fine.
All these fucking picks are great.
Because Strider's is great. I mean, all the lists are good.
All right, so can we call Aaron real quick? I think Aaron, this is just more, I just want to talk to Aaron,
Aaron's a beast.
see how he feels about things.
Dude, first time
what do
you
we
miss
think?
someone you're dating,
First time what?
you miss someone you're dating,
yeah,
dude.
dude.
You feel the absence.
Oh, babe. Call him.
Can't wait to see.
Yeah, first time you miss your kids too.
It's nice. Those ones are nice.
When you say goodbye to them, the first time you're like, I just don't want to go.
It's
Don't want to.
It took me a little bit. First couple months, I was like,
well, yeah, because
it's
you're
all right,
also
I'll see
like,
ya.
it's like, look, sometimes I want to hold my baby, but most of the time when somebody's like, can I hold your baby? I'm like, fuck yeah, I'll get plenty of holds later. Like, if anything, I need a break. I know I'm going to get mine.
Yeah, I'm gonna get mine.
Like, I'm not worried about that. I'll take the rest right now. First time doing lines.
Easy. That could get the kiddos in trouble, dude.
It's really bad for you. I had a really bad time. Did not enjoy it. Don't do it.
and it was a different era.
Yeah, now it's
I
like
don't-
dangerous as fuck.
We weren't
dude.
in the fentanyl era.
I know. I don't.
Now you
I
die.
don't come close to that stuff.
Yeah, a lot of people die.
First time you see Band of Brothers.
Dude, I'm rewatching it now. It's so good.
It's huge.
Hey,
It
you
gets
know,
better and better the more you watch.
I love it.
First teabag, that's huge.
Yeah, I remember the first time I got teabagged.
First Reuben sandwich.
hey, I put my wiener in your ear that time. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was a pivotal moment.
Yeah, come
Then I made up a lie where I was like, "Dude, he's got a small wiener to get back at him."
yeah, but I got you back. I
He
said,
has a big wiener though.
no, I had a back. I got you back where I said, let's do a wiener off after school.
Oh yeah, and then I was like, no way, dude.
Because you were telling people were coming up to me and they're like, dude, Strider says you have a little dick. I'm like, where is he? I'm like, after school today, you and me pull our dicks out in front of everyone.
Did Aaron pick up?
Yeah.
Dude.
Oh, first Warzone dub. Oh, I
remember
will
that.
always remember that. Yeah. COVID,
Tunnel up
dude.
by fucking Summit.
Yeah, dude.
Fucking so
We
good.
we ended the game with like 2 kills, but we got the dub.
Aaron, it's nice to have you on. We're
Yo.
talking about fingering. We're talking about partying. We're talking about all kinds of firsts, and it's firing us up.
Right on.
I hope you can cream too.
I hope so.
So what should we do? Should we read him the lists, not give him the names, and then let him vote?
Can we send me the list again so I can see it visually?
Oh, that's pretty smart, dude.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
Aaron, we could talk about your first cream too.
Oh God, I don't remember it.
You don't remember
Because it
the
was
first
probably
time you
so
busted?
fat, dude. Took too much blood from your dome.
Oh, it might have been 2. He might have been born busting.
True.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Right.
True.
Oh, I was gonna bend and be lame if we went 5th round. I was gonna say first breath, because it's like life. Would have got me punched in the shoulder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy you were
It's-
going to do that.
I know. I would have had to tank it, dude. Thank God we didn't go 5.
I get that, though.
I love the history of
yes,
the chat.
this is good.
It's just sending.
Xena Warrior
It's
Princess.
very French of you to want to pick first breath.
Very yes.
For me,
very
my
French.
favorite first must be my first breath.
You cannot remember it, but it is the beginning, the genesis of everything.
It animates all other firsts. Imagine everything you have done. You are breathing while it happens.
You cannot experience any other first if you're not breathing.
Unless you are a free diver. But even then, it is the absence of breath that makes it valuable. All right, so we got first sex, first child, first mushroom trip, first time you finger a chick, first high school party, first best friend, first time getting fired, first time you read The Giver or Animal Farm, First crush, first pet, first car, first job, first kiss, first college party, first girlfriend, first concert.
Right on, right on. Okay. I have my fourth place.
Wow, that's quick.
Yeah, I think it's pretty obvious.
Yeah.
First high school party, first best friend, first time getting fired, first time reading The Giver. I've never even read The Giver. I still have that to look forward to.
Okay. So you're saying that's what place? Aaron?
Last.
Last
Okay.
place.
Like, couldn't be worse.
He said it seems pretty obvious.
He goes, this list is disqualified. Shit, man. Okay.
Let's see. Ooh, everyone else is pretty good. It would be a little harder to differentiate between the rest of them. I'm going to say, even though I have done most of these things, I'm going to say first sex, first child
Yeah.
is third place.
This is pretty amazing.
Be
Yeah.
honest, Aaron. How was your first time fingering a chick?
I mean, don't get me wrong, it was awesome.
I've never heard Aaron laugh like that. I've never heard him laugh like that.
Dude.
Yeah.
Dude. You might need to rethink your list, dude. Aaron just,
I feel like he got
like,
taken
of the
back
last-
to where he was. Like he was back in that movie theater and like
There's a sneakiness to the first time.
It was like the scene in Ratatouille, dude, where like he tastes the fucking meal and he's like, oh.
First time in a movie theater, you mean first time on a roller coaster?
Dude.
Mark Wahlberg in Fear, dude. Stay away from my daughter, bro.
Let me in.
As William Peterson.
Yeah. I mean, those are all good. Don't get me wrong. I just think it's the other two kind of edge it.
Edging.
I think
First time
in
not
terms of
busting.
like what's more memorable, honestly, I think second place is going to be first kiss, first college party, because I don't think college party is that memorable. And so I'm putting number one is first crush, first pet, first car, first job.
you're totally in line with the
Bro.
chat vote.
Yeah.
Exact same as the chat
Yeah.
vote, Aaron.
Right on. Well, finally we get along.
Last place was me. This is Chris.
Oh, sorry, dude.
All
Third
good.
to
baby.
last was me. I think I agree. I agree with the way you've ordered it, Aaron. You crushed.
And then number 2.
Oh, did you win?
Number 2 is me.
No.
Dude, I won, Aaron. Got the dub, dude.
You had a
that
beautiful
was
list.
my
list.
You had a beautiful list, dude.
Hey,
Thank
you.
you.
Know what's
It is.
interesting is after at the averages, I think you have the top average.
No, I don't. You do. You have two.
No. Of all drafts.
Oh, I might. But I get last or first.
Yeah, but
That averages out to
There's nothing wrong with being all or nothing.
Go big or go home, guy.
exactly, baby. Swing
Get
for
it,
the
dog.
fences, you know what I'm saying? Go down swinging.
Aaron, it's nice chat with
Yeah.
you. Good to hear you cream over the phone.
Can you tell us about the first time you fingered a chick, dude? I really am so curious.
Did you make her squirt?
Was it a roller coaster that had a loop?
No, I was literally just referencing Fear.
Oh, cool. I
He
copied.
got it.
I was picturing you on the Riddler,
yeah.
that one where you stand up and you turn it into the diddler.
Do you remember what song plays in Fear when that happens?
It's the Sundays cover of Wild Horses
That's
by
right.
the Stones.
Bro, huge.
Isn't that crazy? Fingering a girl is such a big deal. You and me remember the first time we watched someone finger a girl in a movie.
Whoa.
Dude, yeah.
Like me and Aaron remember the music.
I remember it more than the first time I actually did it.
Your crush list is because in the Postman Always Rings Twice.
No, Strider's in last all time.
Is he?
Probably.
Yeah, I'm-
I get
is it
last a lot, dude.
Oh, whoa.
But I also have a lot of dubs.
Aaron, we're looking at average position and how many wins. JT's average position 2.3. And then the next best is me at 2.5. Dude, JT, you do well.
Nice.
Well, I should have won a couple more of those too.
You won U.S. cities, but
That's a-
I think I won that one.
Well, I think it's kind of BS that my actor win doesn't get counted.
Yeah, why not?
Oh, that's true.
How come that doesn't count?
Yeah, it should be.
Because Strider wasn't in it.
What do you mean? There's a null category, so it should still
Oh, I think it
count.
does get counted. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, he's right. It's not counted. He's down a win. And that could change his position to 2.2.
Dude, I was on a heater. Movie Dad TV shows warm. I was on a heater. Chris,
Oh,
you
bro,
were
I
on a heater
remember that,
before
dude.
Oh, well, yeah.
Look at that heater.
Animal appetizer villain.
Huge.
Oh, that was one of the great runs in draft history. That was utterly dominant. Dude, Movie Dad TV show and War Movie, that was a nice categories for you.
Big. You guys are throwing me some bones. After
I just picture you
struggling.
in the post just catching the ball and just drop stepping dudes.
Exactly, dude. Not even needing to head fake, just finishing, dude.
Chad, you really
Backboard.
protected your turf on conspiracy.
That's right.
That was a big
big.
one.
Sports was a huge upset.
Oh, wait, where was conspiracy? I'm
athletes.
looking. This is. Oh, dude, I thought I did better.
Wait, sports is wrong.
It's null. How come it's null?
And I didn't win sports.
Yeah, there's this.
Oh, no, sports.
No,
that was
Chad-
the one we did with Aaron and
Oh,
Berlino.
sports.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes. Oh, we're
Chad won
athletes is
best
different
athlete.
from sports. Yep.
Oh yeah, one best athlete.
Insane.
That was great.
That was huge.
All right, Aaron, we love you, dog.
All right, love you too, guys.
All right.
Later, man.
Dude, lit.
Well, dude, this is our first time drafting for the first time. I think for a first time, it was sick.
So true.
Oh, this was a sick first time.
The first cut is the deepest, dude.
All right. Is that?
Yeah,
Are we calling it?
that was sick.
Chat. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for voting. Thanks for making your voices heard. And guys, great first. I'm gonna think about that first finger for a while. So
Same
thank
here.
you for that,
Great
GT.
pick, dude.
Yeah.
Thanks, dude.
That's
If you need advice,